Hello friends, now we will be discussing the mechanism of action of analgesic effect of opioids. So to understand this, we need to first have some idea about pain sensation. So pain is both a sensation as well as it is an emotion. Now coming to in short about pain pathway, pain is usually carried by A delta fibers and C fibers. These are carried to the spinothalamic tract. Then from the spinothalamic tract to the thalamus. Then from the thalamus to the cerebral cortex. So there are various kinds of neurons, first order, second order and third order neuron. I need not go into details of that we'll be discussing in separate lecture. So for now, you just remember this thing. It is carried by A delta and C fibers from the spinothalamic tract to the thalamus and to the cerebral cortex. Now, how these opioids act? So we will take the prototype drug, that is morphine. Morphine, it acts on the mu opioid receptor or delta opioid receptor. Now it has got two types of action. One is supraspinal action, spinal action, and apart from these two, we can have another minor action, that is peripheral action. Okay, so first coming to the supraspinal action. So in this, morphine, when it is injected intracerebroventricularly, it relieves pain. So how it does, now we are going to discuss that. So here I am drawing a diagram. So in this diagram, we draw the neurons. These are, for example, the neuron. Okay, this neuron are going towards the medulla. Here, this is a GABAergic neuron. This is in the periaqueductal gray. In the periaqueductal gray matter, this GABAergic neuron is present. So it is just by the side of the ventricle, and when this mu opioid are given, anything which acts on the mu opioid receptor, mu opioid receptor activation is there. Now as a result of which, what happens is, it inhibits GABA release. So when the GABA release is inhibited, there will be stimulation of this medullopetal neuron. Okay. Now when there is stimulation of the medullopetal neuron, next what will happen? There will be medullospinal release of two transmitters which are important, that is 5-HT and norepinephrine. This 5-HT and norepinephrine, what they will do, they will reduce or they will attenuate the excitatory effect of dorsal horn cells of spinal cord. Okay, so this is all about the supraspinal action. So in short, again I am discussing, whenever opioids are given, it causes mu opioid activation. Just in the periaqueductal gray there is GABAergic neuron, so there will be decrease in the GABA release as mu opioid receptors are GI coupled. So when there will be decrease in the GABA release, there will be stimulation of the downward neuron, that is medullopetal neuron. This neuron will be stimulated, so there will be medullospinal release of the 5-HT and norepinephrine. So when there will be release of 5-HT and norepinephrine more amount, they will reduce or attenuate the excitatory effect on the dorsal cells of the spinal cord. So that's why morphine acts on both pain and emotion. Now coming to the spinal action. In this spinal action, there is two types of action are there. One is presynaptic and postsynaptic. Okay. In the presynaptic, more of the receptors of opioids are present in the presynaptically, and what they cause, when they act presynaptically, they prevent the opening of calcium channels. Okay, so when there is prevention of opening of the calcium channel, there is less of excitatory neurotransmitter release. So this excitatory neurotransmitters, what kind of excitatory neurotransmitters can be there? They may be glutamate, they may release glutamate, they may release substance P, they may release CGRP. So what is this CGRP? This is calcitonin gene related peptide. Now what will happen when they act postsynaptically? When they act postsynaptically, there will be opening of potassium channels, and we all know when potassium channel opens up, the membrane will be hyperpolarized. So when membrane will be hyperpolarized, there will be decrease in the excitability of the neuron. So pain circuit will be broken. So the joint capacity of the opioids to reduce the release of excitatory neurotransmitters as well as to decrease the excitability of the dorsal horn neuron account for the analgesic effect. Now coming to the peripheral action, this is a very minor action. It usually occurs for local application and it is used when there is inflammation. So that's all. Thank you.